Hello and welcome to an episode of Boldly Going where we discuss various things Star Trek. And it's Merlin here, and I got Dan.
Hey.
Got Justin.
Howdy.
Film Fanatics here to talk about it. Today we're going to be talking about some Voyager. And it's Jetrel, I think it's the episode.
Jetrel, yeah.
And let's see. If I remember correctly, I'm going to have to give this one to Justin because he loves the Voyager.
Does.
Loves it.
Do I?
He does.
No,
But like there was so much like heart in this one, man. So much like, moral questions that are asked. Come on.
All right, so I guess I'll lead the charge on this one. So,
Go ahead.
as per usual with Trek lore, said ship, the Voyager, gets another new guest, who is Jetrel, who gives them a message that Neelix's life may be in danger. And we slowly learn that over the course of this bit, Neelix has some history with this gentleman who may have done something very, very bad to his people, and needless to say, Neelix has some baggage.
Naturally.
So, we've got all that going on, and it's sort of reconciliation amongst a bunch of other things, as well as Jetrel himself possibly trying to make amends with a new questionable procedure that may lead to undoing some of the damage done.
True.
I'll be honest, this was a very welcome change of pace from Voyager. I'm not going to deny the fact that this was heavy-handed. It was. But
it's heavy.
True.
It's Star
recurring
Trek.
theme tonight, folks. I apologize for that. But
It's all right.
But no, I thought this does a very good job at covering deeper themes that are in Trek. Like, obviously talking about the atomic bomb, things like that. It's a really solid metaphor, and I think it works. I think there's a nice back and forth between Neelix and Jetrel, and I gotta say, the one monologue Neelix does is really, really good. I was surprised, actually. Mm-hmm. It's like, you've been the comic relief for like the past 11 episodes. Where the heck did this come from? Really, really solid. I gotta say, it does get a little more hokey as it goes along. The one dream sequence kind of ruined the drama from that monologue.
Oh, those dreams.
Makeup wasn't bad per se. It was just like, did we really need it after you hit home this really, really emotional thing painting that image for us? Not really necessary. But I do like the fact of like, okay, can we ever truly make amends? Is there a point to it? What does that all mean? And can we forgive the damage done? It's a lot of really good questions. I think it holds a lot of water even today. I think it's... I think if it was any of the other series, I may not have liked it nearly as much, but as a Voyager episode, it's probably the best one we've seen thus far. I give it an A-.
Oh, wow.
That's interesting to compare it to the other series that we've seen, because you're right, Voyager is, other than I guess maybe Next Gen, consistently the
lower end.
The lower end of the spectrum. So you're right. Maybe if this were presented as a Deep Space Nine episode,
Pretty standard.
maybe it wouldn't have had as much weight. That's an interesting point. But I really did like it. I would agree. It's maybe the best one we've gotten so far from Voyager. I thought the Neelix stuff was just great. I mean, here we have like Justin said, the comic relief character, mainly known, with some real drama and emotional heft to what's happening. I thought the backstory was extremely interesting. Janeway kind of was there when she needed to be, but mostly this was a solo episode. Well, I guess a duo, because we don't really know Jetrel, but I mean, it's Neelix's episode for sure.
Absolutely.
And I really thought it was a welcome change. Tuvok was hardly in it. Loved that. He was in that opening scene doing his pool bit.
Wow.
At the billiards table. But
I'm not going to lie, that had me nervous, because as soon as this one kicked off, I was like, oh no, please tell me they're not doing another holodeck episode. No.
I knew it was a real pool table. It didn't seem like they were doing a hologram delusion this time. But,
oh, man.
That part was terrible, of course, but the rest of it was good. I'm not sure I'm quite as high as Justin, but I give it a B+.
All right. That's interesting to hear that from you guys. Like, yeah, this episode is actually pretty well done for a Voyager one thus far.
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
Do I think it's the best stuff that Voyager has to offer? I know that it isn't. But see, the thing about Neelix is he's such an annoying character for me that it's nice to actually get to see him written better. And we actually get to see him and get some good moments. You're right, Justin. He actually has a good monologue here. There are some good ideas explored. I think when you take a step back, though, the drama that's being conveyed here is pretty standard Trek stuff. Like, it really is.
Yeah.
But it's heavy, at the very least. Heavy-handed, even, sometimes.
Ah.
But, no, it's decent. I think it's a well-done episode, but I don't think that it's the highest caliber, for sure. It's a B for me.
All right. Well, you've seen a lot more. I mean,
was
of
gonna say.
the 14 that we've seen thus far,
Yeah.
I would say this one's definitely up there.
It's funny going through these shows. You're like, man, this is really good, and you give it these high grades, and like, well, then I guess all the good stuff must be A pluses. So I think
Must be, yes.
Relatively speaking, I'm sure that things might change, but you
Yeah.
guys just so like, especially for next gen, like, oh wow, this one didn't suck. Yeah,
Voyager, yeah. Well, it's true, and that has happened with Next Gen as well, I think. Mm-hmm. I think with the Deep Space Nines or the TOS is, I think, graded a little differently than the other ones, just because it's sort of a more camp factor, but, these are obviously more
well, I
heavy
guess
metaphor and heavy
Cultural
story.
subtext.
Yeah.
you judge it with Trek as a whole, but also with each series by itself being different.
I would agree.
Try to look at it both ways, but yeah, I agree. Yeah, TOS has the camp stuff for sure to elevate it a lot of the time. Next Gen obviously has some great writing, but really struggling those early seasons.
Yeah, thus far we haven't seen a lot of it.
And DS9 I think gets really good progressively. Voyager is really a mixed bag though. I'm glad you guys like this one. There are moments that are really good, but there's just a lot of stupid stuff.
It was one of the more interesting Voyagers. Like, Voyager is the show that most often makes me question doing Boldly Going. Because it's like,
Really?
do I want... Yes, it's, Voyager's okay, but, like, some of them are real boring.
I mean, the problem with Voyager is, like, every time I want to, like, say, let's drop it, we get another great episode like this. So it's... Like, is this more salvageable than I'm giving it credit for, or is this...
Well, then wait, not Next Gen? I guess because you've seen so much of it before.
Well, because, right, I know that Next Gen gets real good.
Yeah.
Once Whoopi gets on.
That's actually pretty accurate.
Well, it usually is for most things.
Guinan is pretty great.
Season 3.
Yeah.
Yes. Or late season 2. Somewhere in there. But yeah, I think...
She enters at the same time as the Beard does.
Yes.
Pretty
so
much.
Season 3, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is like, I think that was probably one of those decisions is like, oh, we got to get more ratings, get Whoopi on.
Yeah.
But she actually was good.
Yeah.
And she was a good character.
Why not?
Yeah, at the time, I mean, she was
Pretty...
a huge movie star.
Yeah, so for her to go
How
do TV
cool.
semi-regularly,
Yeah. That did not happen very often back then.
That's true.
Now it happens all the time.
Yeah.
But,
Like a fairly new thing.
yeah.
Yeah, but hey, next time we're going to go discuss TOS again, which should be fun.
Well, my favorite of the month is certainly TOS from what's the name of it? God, it's the one we gave
Space
it A+
Battle
to.
Balance of Terror?
Yes, Balance of Terror.
Well, yeah,
God, was that great.
Romulan submarine.
Yes,
yeah.
the first Romulan episode.
Yep, good.
Yeah.
Good. What about you, Justin?
I think I have to give it to Voyager, to be
Yeah,
honest
Justin
with
didn't like the balance as much as we did.
I know, it was unbalanced for him.
A little bit.
Hey, there you
you.
go.
World's talkiest battle scene, but...
It's Star Trek. You're going to get that.
You gotta talk.
Got to talk about it.
Gotta talk about it.
But yeah, that's going to wrap it up, guys. Let us know in the comments what you thought about these episodes and future ones, and we'll talk about Star Trek later. Hey, goodbye, guys.
Yep, see ya.
Till next time.